Today we're going to be setting up the Hyponix backyard zipline kit, and here's what you're going to need. You're going to need your Hyponix zipline kit, you're going to need a 2x4, or if you have a long stick or a broom, that works. You're going to need a hammer and nails. This is going to guide your zipline cable so it's easy to install, and you'll need a step ladder. If you don't have a step ladder, construction ladder works great as well. But here's everything that you're going to have in your Hyponix zipline kit. So you're going to have your main cable. This is what spans between both trees. You're gonna have your turnbuckle safety cable. This is protecting your turnbuckle just in case anything happens. We have our zipline trolley. And this is what your kids are gonna, or kids or yourself are gonna ride on. And this is if you do have a seat. This is where your seat attaches, and this is where your safety seatbelt or harness attaches. Next, we have the tree sling. So this goes around either one of the trees. So this is a 7-foot cable in this kit. So we're going to put it on the smaller tree because the other tree is too big. Next, we have the turnbuckle, and this is what helps us tighten the zipline to make it perfect. Now we have the other hardware called the U-clamps and the end caps, and this is what's going to tighten or keep the zipline cable intact in spot. And then we just have this to tighten the U-clamps. Now we have the spring brake. This is what's going to slow down the zip line, and it's going to ensure that you come to a slow stop. First thing you're going to do is start off with your tree that you're going to put the sling cable on. So this tree follows your specifications set out in the instructions, and we're going to use nails to set out the height guide points. So this is where we're going to set our nails at, because we've calculated with our instructions that we want it at this height. So you just nail in, you just put your nails in. We recommend that you put 3 across so the sling line can easily go in. We're going to put our sling cable around the tree on top of our nails. I'm just going to pull it around to make sure that these two are even. So now that they're even, we're going to attach our turnbuckle. First thing you're going to want to do is remove the ends of your turnbuckle cable. So I just removed it. Just keep that handy, we're going to need it later. And now you just put both of the cables into the turnbuckle like this, and then you slide in your slug. Now that the slug's in, we just attach our end cap to this, and it's very easy to put on. There we go. Now we're done step 1. Now we're going to open up our turnbuckle fully, and that means both sides. Now that you can see it's fully unscrewed, we're just going to move up this washer so it does not come off when we are installing. Now we're just going to attach the main line to the cable, or to the turnbuckle rather. So we're going to want to do the same step as last time. Just remove the end caps. Now you remove the slug. Now this time only one sling goes in there, and this is from the main line. Now that we've attached our main line to the turnbuckle and the sling cable is already attached, we're going to unravel the main line to the next tree. We're just going to be removing the tree protecting tubing on the main line. This is so we can attach the spring brake and the trolley to the main line. Now we're just going to put the spring brake on first, then we're going to put on the trolley. So just get your main line and just thread this through. So we're just going to push that along a little bit, and now we're just going to put our trolley through. And that works. Now we're going to set up uh, the main cable on the other tree. Slide on your tree protector tubing. Now that we got it through, just going to want to slide down a little bit. Awesome. Now we're going to attach the zipline cable to the main tree. So we're just going to put on our guiding lines, our guiding nails. And now we're just going to go all the way across the tree and put 3 or 4, just so we can lay the main line on it. Now that we've put our guiding nails up on the tree, we're going to put our main line on.
Here we are on a new day. We're going to just set up the zipline cable right now, as our old footage was deleted. So you might want to get a friend, and he's going to use a 2x4 or a broomstick, something to hold up the cable so it's easy for us to pull it around. Also, you're going to want some work gloves, because if you get your hands caught in the cable, it can hurt your hands. So first step is to get up on your ladder. Now we're going to bring it around the tree as much as we can. So I'm just pulling it around the tree. Go backwards.
Now I'm going to get my friend to drop the 2x4 and come on the other side of the tree to hold the line.
So first, we have our dead side of the line. The dead side of the line is the excess length. That's what isn't spanning across. And what we call the live side of the line is the line that goes all the way across the zip line. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our dead side of the line on top of the live side. And now we're going to grab our U-shaped screws, and we're just going to place one on top. And then we're going to grab something called the saddle. That's the bottom part of the U-clamp, and tuck it in. And one thing you notice is that the live side of the line is at the bottom and it's touching the saddle. So again, make sure your live side of the line is touching the saddle. It's less important on if the U-clamp is facing up or down. It's more important that your U-clamp saddle is touching the live side.
Now we just take the nut.
And we'll just hand tighten the first one. Also, you'll notice that we didn't end up taking the U-clamp all the way here. And if it gets too close to the tree, it's going to start wrecking the actual stainless steel line. So we want a nice teardrop shape from the tree. So just bring out your U-clamp and make sure you're not too close to the tree. And make sure it resembles something like a teardrop. Now we'll just put our other bolt in, our screw in. Now you want to grab your tool and you'll just tighten with the tool now. Now that's tightened with the tool, you see that it hangs on by itself. Now that we have one bolt in, we want to tighten it even more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly loosen one of these U-clamps, and my partner is then going to pull on the cable. And that'll give us a little bit more room to work with. Okay, and now we are almost a little bit loose. And now it's loose. Now my partner can pull. He's going to pull as much as he can. And then as he's pulling, we're just going to give this a quick tighten again.
And awesome. Now my partner can let it go as one U-clamp is in, and one U-clamp can easily hold it without anyone riding. Now we're going to put in our other two U-clamps behind it, and it's going to be around 6 to 8 inches apart. Now that we have all three of our U-clamps in, you can see that we cap them off with our end caps, and you just want to hand tighten these. And then you can finish with the appropriate torque with your wrench. And after they're hand tightened, you can notice that the dead side of the line is on top, and the live side is at the bottom, and the live side is touching the saddle of the U-clamp right here. And what you do with this remainder of the line, as you can see, it's pretty short in this case. What we're going to do is we're just going to end up duct taping it to the line. But let's say you have an excess line that's maybe 20 feet. You can duct tape it across, then you can neatly tuck the coil, the remainder of the line, at the bottom of the tree, nice and safe, away from anyone. Now we have our turnbuckle, and our turnbuckle is fully loosened. Now we're going to just give it a quick tighten. And you're going to want to move these bolts all the way back if you can. Now we just finish off by tightening the bolts. Now we're just going to install our Zipline seat, and you simply open your carabiner, and you attach it, and you tighten the carabiner. And after that, you can see the seat's pretty low, so we can just adjust the seat to bring it nice and high. So as you can see, it's very easy to do that. And now our seat is adjusted. So another option you can do is, if you want it even higher, is you can take off the knot of here at the bottom, and you can raise the knot. So that'll raise up the seat a little bit more if that's your preference. This is just how you quickly put it on. And we're just gonna want to look at this clamp right here. This goes through here, this little line right here, and it just closes like that, and now it is closed. The way you tighten it is very simple as well. I'll just show it while it's off. All you do is you take this end and you reduce the side. So now it's tightened, and fits. There you go. And now you have your black webbing, and you're going to want to put both the carabiners that are included in the kit. And one is going to go on the back right here. You're just going to want to tighten that. And the other is just going to go up into this guy right here. And we're just going to put it on the other carabiner. And now that is all you need for the safety belt. But one thing you might notice is, since we have the seat pretty far up, there's not much, there's too much webbing. So what we can do instead is remove this. And one thing that's awesome about these adjustable webbings is that we can change the height of the webbing. And we just snap it back on. And as you can see, this is a lot more realistic of what we're going to be using. So as you can see, this height works perfect for us, and we can sit on the Zipline, and it's very snug. We could even move it up one more level if we wanted to, but yep, this works fine.